Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another speed build. So today we're actually working on an apartment, which is something I feel like I haven't done in ages, but honestly it hasn't been that long, I don't think. Yeah, it hasn't been that long. The last apartment I did was the celebrity chef one when Home Chef Hustle came out. So it only feels like it's been forever, but that's because I've been building a lot. But yeah, so today we're actually back with another apartment. We're in the Spice District and we're in the, I believe, 2B Jasmine Suites apartment in the Spice District. And we're actually going to be building a very Halloween autumnal themed apartment, which I absolutely loved doing. This is something that I haven't done yet this year. I haven't done a autumnal apartment. Usually I tend to do at least one of them every year around this time. So yeah, I've been really looking forward to this one, especially with all of the new packs that we've gotten since last year. I mean, we've gotten, what did we get? We got Horse Ranch, we got Growing Together, obviously Home Chef Hustle. We got, you know, a couple of other kits in there as well that definitely came in handy. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this apartment. Now, you will see me change up a few things. At the beginning, I tried using those Home Chef Hustle counters, but they were just too modern for this apartment. But you know, there are a couple of modern things in the apartment, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously we have the TV, we have the fireplace that's a little bit more modern, some modern touches with some of like the dining chairs, stuff like that. But I don't know, I also didn't really like the swatch, like that yellow swatch, and I didn't want to use the red swatch. So I ended up going with these like very reddish brown counters from Parenthood, which is, I use those counters a lot, but I never used them in that swatch, which was actually really fun to do. And once I did that, I swapped out the fridge and the stove to make them black, just to like tone it down a little bit. But overall, this apartment has a lot of browns, obviously, because it's supposed to be very autumnal themed. There's a lot of brown, there's a lot of red. I used obviously yellow and orange, and then I also used this like muted dark bluish color that actually came in with those chairs from, not Dine Out, from Dream Home Decorator. And this, like those sheer curtains from high school years, actually match perfectly with the swatch of it. So yeah, we have a couple of those like bluish accent colors throughout the apartment as well, which I absolutely love the way it turned out, because I didn't want this apartment to be like, I didn't want it to be so themed that it wouldn't work outside of fall, if that makes sense. So I do put in a lot of like Halloween decorations, not a lot, I don't go too overboard, I don't think. I do add in a couple of jack-o'-lanterns, some like autumnal leaves, and a couple of like, I think I add a couple of like decor pieces to the walls, like those cards and these little like not flower, but like leaf garlands that looks like, you know, a kid made them. But all of those items are things that you can very easily delete, you know, once your Sims get past autumn or spooky day or whatever, and you want it to just be a normal apartment. You can very easily delete those things and then, you know, just have it as a normal apartment, or delete the jack-o'-lanterns and change up the swatches of the cards or the garlands to maybe fit with like Winterfest or, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted to do it that way and have it themed, but not so themed that you would need to delete like half of the build if you wanted to play with it in any other season. So even though the color scheme is very autumnal in my opinion and very like fitting with the theme, you could also easily have this color scheme like just throughout the year. I don't know, I feel like it's a very nice color scheme. Maybe the Sims that live here just happen to really like all of these like rich colors, and that it just happens to work with autumn very well. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this. But it is a 2-bedroom 1-bathroom apartment. The bathroom is actually like a Jack and Jill bathroom, so it doesn't have access to the hallway. It has access from the main bedroom and the kids bedroom as well, so they kind of like share a bathroom, which I thought was totally fine. So yeah, I figured, you know, there could be like 3 to 4 Sims in here. I do have space for 2 parents. I have a like child or teenage bed or whatever. And then I also put in stuff for infants because I haven't really built anything for infants in quite a while. I've been doing a lot of save file building, and like I haven't really done a lot of builds for families. I've been mostly focusing on community lots for my save file. But all of the family builds that I have done for it recently have all been for families that either A, don't have young children, so they only have children or teenagers, or I've been building for families that have toddlers. So I feel like I haven't done anything for an infant in forever. So I wanted to put a little infant space in the bedroom, so the kids do share a bedroom. But there is everything that you would need for an infant. I do also fit in a little like high chair later on here in the living room next to the dining table. And then you'll notice that with the dining table, I haven't done it yet, but I will be doing it once I put in the high chair. I actually moved the dining table over a little bit more towards the counters, and then I have those 2 empty slots where, you know, you would normally slot chairs onto. I actually put chairs there on a like angle, so they're not usable, they're not actually snapped to the table. But I don't know, I thought it looked like maybe, you know, if they had more people over, they could pull the table out and have an extra 2 seats. But as it is, you know, there's only like, realistically, there's only like 3 people eating at a time, along with the infant, obviously. But yeah, so I figured they didn't need a 6-seater table or even a 5-seater one. 4 would be just fine. But obviously you can go ahead and change that up if you wanted to. Maybe add in a like square or a like rectangular table instead if you don't like the look of the round table. But yeah, I don't know, I did that just to make it look a little bit more realistic. Like they didn't just have randomly this huge round table with only 4 chairs on it, and just make it look a little bit more lived in, you know, like pushed up against the wall. Because that is something that in our family we've done a lot. We have a dining table that we never use to actually eat on, but usually it's just kind of like pushed up against one of the like a little bit more towards the kitchen. It's not really like, you can't really walk all the way around it just because it's big and it's not used ever, so it doesn't need to be accessible at all times. But when we do eat at it, we can just pull it out and like have it be totally fine. So yeah, that's just something that I thought about doing. Now you will also notice me using a lot of like more almost distressed looking rugs. I use this one from, I think it's from Get Famous. Yeah, it's from Get Famous, and it has a couple of these like older looking swatches to it. So there's like a worn version and then there's a completely new looking version. I use the worn version of that rug a lot because I don't know, I just, especially in builds like this where I want it to feel like, you know, at least some of it is very vintage and maybe it's been thrifted or they're hand-me-downs or, you know, stuff like that. So there are a couple of newer things like the bookcases, you know, the bathrooms being redone. But then you have these really old looking couches, really like vintage looking couches. And I don't know, I really like the look of it. And maybe the Sims that live here, they found those rugs at maybe like the flea market or something. Or it's some kind of like a really old rug that, I don't know, they found it, that's been like maybe in their family for a while, or that they paid an astronomical amount of money for or something like that, but it is a little bit more worn looking. So yeah, I don't know, I really like the way that looked, and it fit the vibe of the apartment, being this like very cozy, almost rustic sort of vibe, which again I absolutely loved. So yeah, we've actually moved on to the bathroom. It's very plain, just shower tub combo, 2 sinks, a toilet. I didn't put in a like toddler potty anywhere because I figured one of the children would be an infant, not a toddler. So if, you know, when they age up to a toddler, you can just fit in a toddler potty somewhere, maybe in the bedroom or in the bathroom if you want to move some things around. And I do have laundry on this lot, on this apartment. So the laundry is actually going to be in the hallway, And then there's only one hamper, I think. No, I put the hamper in both of the bedrooms. Yeah, so there's a hamper in both of the bedrooms. And then when I was doing the little desk setup in the parents' room, I thought, you know what, maybe the kid that lives here actually has like a tablet, or maybe they're like a tween or something, so, or like a preteen. So I set up this almost like, it's not really a laptop, it functions as a laptop, but it looks like a tablet that's just been put on a stand with a Bluetooth keyboard. And I put that on the kitchen counter with a couple of like books, and you know, kind of to make it look like maybe they've been doing their homework there, and you know, that's where they do their homework, because they don't have a desk in their bedroom. So I figured, you know, that would realistically be where they would do their homework. So yeah, I put that in the kitchen. Sorry, I just hit my microphone as well. Sorry if you guys heard that. But yeah, we've actually moved on to the parents' bedroom. I used a lot of brown in this room, I'm not gonna lie. The wallpaper is brown. The wallpaper in the like rest of the apartment is this kind of like brownish yellow color, which I actually really love. I love how warm it is, and even this brown in the parents' room, I love the way it looks. And I don't know, it fit in really well with the rest of the apartment and the whole vibe of it. So yeah, I don't know, it was very calming to me. So I ended up using the bed from, I believe, Eco Lifestyle, that again, kind of rustic looking, and kind of like, you know, they have some homemade throws over it, or, you know, something like that. And then they have this very vintage desk space from, I believe that desk is from Paranormal, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I absolutely love the way this room turned out. And then the last room that we have is actually the kids' bedroom, or the kid and the infant bedroom, that actually has a very bright wallpaper. I love that wallpaper. It kind of matches the swatch on the parents' bed, like the bedspread swatch, that like orangey red color, which I love that color. Not in real life. In real life, it's very bright to me. But in the game, I love the way it looks. I love it on like furniture. I love it as wallpapers, especially if I'm going for kind of like a bold color scheme like I was going for with this one. So I figured, you know, let's not put a brown wallpaper in the kids' room. That's kind of depressing, like a sad beige kids' room. So I made it this like bright orangey red, which again, I thought just fit with the overall vibe and like the style of this apartment so well. And yeah, I had a lot of fun just using items that I don't typically use, like this shelf from Paranormal. I always forget that it even exists, so I ended up using that. I also used a couple of just decorative items that I don't use all that often, stuff from like the spooky stuff bag that I never use, and you know, just things like that, things that I don't use all that often in regular like family homes or family apartments, which again, absolutely love the way that turned out. I end up using the bed from, I believe that bed is from Cats and Dogs. I could be mistaken, but I think it is from Cats and Dogs. I know we have another one that's very similar, but I do think that one's from Cats and Dogs because of the quilt on it, which I don't know, I could be wrong like I said, but yeah, I don't know, I love the way it turned out. I also have some like arts and crafts hanging on the kids like window. Maybe the kid made those, or you know, something like that. I put a little playmat in there for the infant, a little crib as well. Obviously I have these shelves above the kids' bed that are these like suitcases that I absolutely love. I've used those quite a bit. I used them a lot when Growing Together first came out, but I haven't used them in a while. So I put that in. I put in a little rocking chair, a dresser, a mirror, a changing table, and that is basically it for this bedroom. That is, it's not super big, especially having to fit in all of the infant items like the changing table and playmat and stuff. So that's actually why I have the doll's house in the front of the apartment in that little like bay window area. And even though I did size the dollhouse down and it kind of looks a little bit cramped, I did playtest it. It does work. I did playtest this whole apartment, so everything does work. But yeah, that is basically almost going to be it for this build, you guys. We're going to be doing a couple of like lighting touches in the kids' room, adding some night lights, string lights, stuff like that. A little bedside area for the kid, a rug. That's going to be it. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the, like, almost said living room, the hallway, where I just, like I said, have the, like, almost a dining. Why am I mixing up my words? We have the laundry machine in the hallway. I also have this hanging clothes rack that I thought would be like coats that the Sims, when they come in, take off their coat, they can hang it up in there. We have a leaning mirror from the Basement Treasures kit with some like canvases in front of it. I wanted this apartment to look very lived in, and kind of like the family that lives here have a lot of stuff and they don't necessarily have enough space for all of their stuff. So there's things just like stacked everywhere, and it's very cluttered and not dirty, but kind of messy. Like they don't have a lot of space for everything. So yeah, I really like the way this turned out. It is up on the gallery if you want to download it. All of the download information, my gallery ID, a download link, all of that stuff will be in the description. But with all of that said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give the video a like, do all of that fun YouTube stuff. But before we end the video, I'm actually going to go ahead and take you guys into the game for a little live tour and look around the build, just to show you anything that you might have missed or anything like that. Okay, y'all, so here we are with the finished apartment. As you can see, it is in the 2B Jasmine Suites one. But yeah, here's a quick little floor plan overview for those of you that might be interested in it. So yeah, there it is with the grid on. It's not a super big apartment like at all. But yeah, when you come in, you actually have our little like entryway. Like I mentioned, we have our laundry machines. It's kind of difficult to see because the walls are so high. These are actually, I believe, the tallest wall height. So they're very difficult to decorate or like look in like small cramped spaces, like narrow spaces like this. So yeah, you come in, you have a little like Halloween light. We have some candy right by the front door for maybe if they like trick or treat or whatever. We have, you know, a little thing for your phone and your keys, a little mirror, and, you know, just some storage stuff, random cluttery bits. We have our little hallway closet space almost for, you know, maybe coats or whatever, our laundry. We have a parenthood board, so you can set like curfew and stuff like that for the kid. And then this door that I actually used from, I believe it's from Parenthood. I keep forgetting that this door even exists. Like, I don't know, I was so shocked when I went through and I did the door selection for this apartment. I completely forgot that exists. So, yeah, we actually used that for the kids' room. But we're going to go ahead into the living, dining, kitchen space first. So, yeah, like I said, the wall height in this apartment is absolutely obscene. So, there's a lot of artwork on the wall. I tried to make the walls feel not as empty, like as big, so I tried to fill them up as much as I could. So we have this kind of like gallery wall type thing almost, with some tapestries, a lot of pictures and paintings and, you know, just decorative stuff. So yeah, we have our little living room space with a little fireplace, TV, some autumnal clutter that obviously, like I said, you could very easily delete these things, like delete those, move the candles, and then it's just a normal like coffee table. Or maybe you could swap those out for like Winterfest decorations, or just delete them altogether, and you could very easily get rid of the whole like Halloween decoration vibe that I have going on. You could also like swap out the cards for, you know, various holidays, and, you know, like I said, delete the jack-o'-lanterns, stuff like that. But yeah, I absolutely love the way this living room came together. So we have a lot of seating, we have some blocks for the infant, we have obviously seating, rugs. We have our little like kids corner over here where I have this decorative toy box thing. We have a little doll's house. I have a infant or toddler high chair over there with our dining table. And yeah, this is what I meant by these chairs not being snapped to the table. As you can see, they kind of look like they're pushed in a little bit. And I just noticed that this light is not centered over the dining table. I will be fixing that in the uploaded version to the gallery, because that will drive me nuts. It's supposed to be centered, which I know is not super realistic, but I cannot build with my lights not centered around like the living room and the dining table especially. But yeah, so we have our little dining table. I had my sim playtest the kitchen, so that's why there's like some spooky cookies and a cake and stuff like that on the dining table. I thought I would leave that out. It looks cute. So yeah, we have our little dining space. We have our kitchen as well. Quite a nice sized kitchen for an apartment of this size, I will admit. So yeah, we have a little coffee maker, you know, fridge, sink, you know, I almost said toilet. Fridge, sink, oven, you know, dishwasher. I have a mixer in here as well. And then I also have our little, like I said, I figured the kid would do their homework since they don't have a desk in their bedroom. So yeah, we have that. That is the living space. Now, going through here and going into the kids' room, we have our little, like, infant corner with the crib, rocking chair, you know, night light, all of that stuff. Then we have the kids' side of the room with, you know, their bed, nightstand, dresser, mirror, you know, all of those kinds of things. We also have a little, like, changing table for the infant and a playmat, and that's basically it for the kids' bedroom. We also have our bathroom, obviously, so, you know, sinks, toilet, bathtub, not super interesting. And then, obviously, we have the parents' bedroom with, you know, nice sized bed. I tried to make it look very lived in with these trays on the bed, like they've been in here, they've been doing stuff in here. So yeah, we have that. We have obviously their bedside tables, this cute little shelf that I cluttered up with a couple of different things, and then the parents' like desk setup. So yeah, love the way that came out. They also have a couple of cards that maybe the kids made for them or something. Their not dresser but like walk-in closet, and then yeah, they just have access to the Jack and Jill bathroom as well. So that is basically it for this entire apartment, you guys. But yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, like I said, if you want to download it, it is up on the gallery. All of that information is in the description as usual. Gallery ID, download link to the gallery website, all of that stuff. The tray files will be up for channel members, and then in 3 weeks they'll be going up for everyone over on my Tumblr as well. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great week, and I will hopefully see you later in this week with another speed build as well. So yeah, I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll talk to you in my very next video. Bye everyone.